Vaders Fist. I have a very, very special guest today. A man that I've been trying to get on this show for a while. For you listeners of the Old Fresh Poodoo podcast, it's our boy, the one and only, Bowser, Sir Bowserton, the Dark Lord. How are you doing, sir?
Hi, I'm pretty good.
Is that all you're going to give me? It's pretty good?
That's all I have.
That's all he has?
That's all I brought today. Goodbye.
Right. And this is Vader's Fist. This is your first appearance. Are you excited about it?
I'm pumped.
Dude, you better be, because it's going to be a jam-packed episode. We're going to go through some Battlefront 2 news. We're going to hit the Vader comic that just came out. Talk about our excitement for the next Star Wars comic run, which looks really fantastic. Go into that 45-second trailer that dropped last night for The Last Jedi. And we're going to have a little Legends vs. Canon conversation about Mandalore. Bowser, what do you want to start with first? I can start with anything.
I'm kind of looking most forward for Legends vs. Canon. Be honest, man.
I know. That's the way. That's how all of our conversations on Fresh Poodoo, PlayStation 4 community, hit it up. We're up to how many members now? Isn't it like up to
205, I believe.
205 members. Let's get that number up. Battlefront 2 comes out in T-minus 12 days. So we want to have a huge community, have huge parties to celebrate Battlefront 2 coming out. And yeah, let's start with Battlefront 2 since we've been talking about it. We saw a gameplay trailer for Yoda and Kylo Ren. And we also got a glimpse at Paris Games Week, a little tease of a trailer that we are going to break down now. Bowser, what'd you think of that trailer for Paris Games Week?
I think it's pretty cool. I think there's a little bit too much of cinematics, though. Not enough gameplay for it being such a short trailer. I mean, we get a pretty cool shot of Rey in the beginning.
Yes,
say that.
And that's pretty great.
Camino looks pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, well you know us prequelists, we love our Caminos and our Clone Wars.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And I mean, I already can't be any more excited for the game than I am now.
Yeah.
So no trailers really adding to it, being that we've seen a lot of what we're gonna get.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's still Star Wars Battlefront 2, man. Like it's going to be epic. It's going to be one of the best Star Wars games, and unfortunately, one of the only Star Wars games that we're gonna get for a while since Visceral Games got shut down.
Yeah, and one of the only single-player stories we're gonna get in a while.
Oh yeah, that's
so far.
Until Battlefront 3 comes out with one that covers all of the sagas, the whole saga. Which EA, you need a story? Come find your boy. I can do it. I can find it. I've got ideas. I am willing to pitch you anything. But what are your thoughts on Kylo Ren and Oh, hold on. Let me give my thoughts about Kashyyyk. Kashyyyk looks amazing. It looks so well done. That's probably one of the most that's like one of the maps that I'm most looking forward to playing on. That is for sure.
I totally agree. Dude. I think it might be a little bit weird if you still see the Vader class Star Destroyer on the ground, though. And you're playing as the First Order on that map.
And supposedly
that might be a little bit weird.
And supposedly from Star Wars HQ, you guys can follow them on YouTube. They are great for scoops about Battlefront 2, everything Star Wars. They have confirmation that you can fly into that Venator class Star Destroyer. Believe it or not.
That's pretty cool then, because Venator is one beautiful ship, man.
Oh, dude, it is. I think it's. Don't tell Catan this. I think it's way better than the
Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. I feel naughty.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna shame us when we get into parties, so it's okay. No, but if you can't tell, I'm so excited, and if you can't tell by the audio, Bowser, he's dying for this game. I'm pretty sure you got the download, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm doing the pre-download for sure.
What is it, 6 days? Isn't that what it says? It takes 6 days to load?
For like pre-download on something or like something like that. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. The game looks good. Fun.
I will be going to my local GameStop and picking up my pre-order on the midnight 13th, whatever. And I will be downloading it, and then I will be waiting till after I get off work to play the crap out of it, because I will be gaming. On the subject of gameplay, whose gameplay looks the best out of all the heroes that have been announced?
That's a tough question. I mean, biasedly, I'm looking forward to Yoda the most, but that's because I haven't played him, and he looks amazing.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, if we didn't see Maul gameplay, or if we didn't play Maul in the beta, I'd probably be looking more forward for Maul.
Yeah, I think Vader's was pretty good too, though.
Oh yeah, Vader looks pretty great because of that new Force choke, man.
Oh, dude, and it's not just one person. You can Force choke 6 people now, which makes it a hell of a lot more intimidating.
No, I think Kylo Ren's ability is kind of like gimmicky. He looks super good.
Oh yeah.
He looks super gimmicky.
Oh,
because,
for sure.
Like, if you can actually affect heroes with that freeze ability, Kylo's gonna need some nerfing.
Oh yeah, for
Kylo's
sure. It's gonna have to be like for like 2 seconds or something. It looks like if you're frozen for good, which really sucks. But I mean, if you're Kylo Ren, you're kind of like, that's awesome. Like I can get down with this. And I mean,
no,
maybe it's
heroes versus villains. Every hero, like, that's how people win fights, though.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna happen.
One Kylo.
That's how it's gonna happen, man. But let's jump from anything else on that Battlefront 2, Bowser? You want to talk about?
What about Yoda's abilities, man? Yoda looks pretty great.
Yeah, Yoda's got a dash attack, kind of like Luke in the first game, but it's a hell of a lot better. He's got
Force push.
Yes, kind of like it. They're kind of taking stuff from the old Battlefront 2 game. Yoda had force push and pull, and he could jump insanely high. So I want to see him jump insanely high. That will ease my child inside of me.
Not to mention, he's more of a team player type of hero.
Oh,
he
yeah.
can actually heal his teammate.
It's kind of like Chewbacca in the Galaxy of Heroes. Like, he's got this special ability where he uses his roar and you all can get health back. That's kind of how I take it.
Yeah, he looks really fun to use, though.
Oh,
because it's Yoda.
For sure. How do you think the whole heroes versus villains is gonna work? You think it's gonna be everybody can be a villain on each side? Like, you can choose to be who you want to be, or are they gonna have to do it like battle points? You're gonna have to play as a trooper first.
It's not battle points, man. I can almost guarantee that, because that'd be really weird if you had a battle point system for who you're gonna pick. I think it's gonna be somewhat like the heroes versus villains we have now. And then it's gonna be like more gameplay-wise, like the old Battlefront 2.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I absolutely want, is that being able to play as a hero, having everybody have the chance to play as a hero or a villain. That's what I hated about the last game, is that you couldn't respawn as, like, once you died as a villain or a hero, that was it. Like, you maybe got another chance in like 2 rounds. But I want to play as a hero or a villain every single round that we play.
Yeah, for sure. That's my most hyped game mode, for no doubt. No doubt that's my most hyped game mode right now.
Galactic Assault looks pretty good on the bigger size. I'm a bigger size map guy. I used to be close quarters, but I like seeing the bigger maps now, especially with Camino, Kashyyyk, Naboo. Oh, by the way, in that single player trailer, did you see the AT-ATs in Naboo?
Yeah, that looked pretty great. The AT-AT turning on, where they're hijacking it.
Dude, that was
great.
That was cool. We actually got to see them in Naboo in a prequel era well, not a prequel era, but a prequel planet during the end of the Galactic Civil War, which was awesome because I'm pretty sure that's where they're gonna intertwine the Leia comic, because she kind of looks like the way she does in her Leia comic. Have you noticed that?
That's the design I think they're going for. Her default skin will be the Leia comic skin.
Okay.
But I would not be surprised if they had, like, Death Star and New Hope Leia or Endor Hoth Leia.
Well, I mean, like, story-wise, for the single player. Like, you see her...
single player story.
Yeah, you see her... You see her as, like, in Naboo. So it's kind of like, she was in Naboo during her comic run, so maybe they're intertwining Ida Inversio's or Inferno Squad's story with hers during that time period. I think that would be cool, especially seeing how you don't get a lot of book material or other material go into the movies, but they can go into games. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm really excited for the single-player campaign. Because, we did get to see that shot of the Empire on Naboo, which is something we haven't seen since 2002 Battlefront, I believe, game-wise.
Yes. Yep, you're right. You're absolutely correct. And it looks amazing.
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk a little bit of comics, since we already started. I've got in my hand Vader #7. The Inquisitors. It's pretty great. Basically, the lowdown is... the first shot of it, really, you open up and Vader's already chopped a guy's hand off. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And it's pretty much him teaching the Inquisitors that he's trying to teach them to use their rage and their anger and their pain to really make sure that they are fully ready. So Vader gives the Grand Inquisitor this task of finding all the Jedi that weren't killed during Order 66, and it comes across a character that, legends-wise, was supposed to die at the hands of Anakin Skywalker in the temple, Jocasta Nu. She's hiding out. They don't really tell you what planet it is, but it's very, very, very similar to Ahch-To. And the reason I say this is because she has been secretly hiding out, holding, what's it called? She grabbed a whole bunch of holocrons before she left the Jedi Temple and decided to record everything she knew into these holocrons and stores them on this planet, which is cool. And I'd like for them to go back and maybe have Luke find this planet if it's not Ahch-To, and go through these holocrons that she's going through. It's an amazing read. I love this comic. Palpatine goes into the reason why Jocasta Nu is on the top hit list, and it's basically because she knows the knowledge. She has all the knowledge to everything, including Jedi artifacts and Sith artifacts. And basically Vader in the next comic book, his job is to find her and manipulate her, bring her to Palpatine, and to find out the stories surrounding it. How does that sound to you, Bowser?
I mean, I like the idea of Palpatine fearing Jocasta Nu just because of her knowledge, because Palpatine wants... his biggest priority is the Jedi resurfacing. That's like his biggest fear at this time, because the only thing that could combat his empire, in his view at the time, should be the Jedi, if they were to come back.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably not scared of any insignificant-looking rebellion at this point, being that the Empire's in its rise of power phase, more around the time of Vader comic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And, by the way, Bowser, I wish you could see this, but, this is, you'll see it on the video when it posts, but this is the cover for the next comic. It looks great. It's amazing. I cannot wait. I think they're going to release, the next one on the week of Battlefront 2. I mean, guys, that week of Vaders Fist is going to be crazy. It's It's gonna be great. So, Bowser, did you hear about the new Star Wars run for comics?
No, I have not heard of the new Star Wars run for comics.
Yeah, they're leading off with a new writer and a new drawer or artist for the next arc, and it takes place in Jeddah.
Oh, interesting.
And it has Luke, Han, Leia, all trying to figure out what happened to Jeddah, and then finding out the story of Jyn Erso and Saw Gerrera, and all these other things.
Accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a mining accident.
Yeah, it was a mining accident. It was a mining accident at Jeddah. That's all you need to know. But what do you think story was? You think that's interesting?
I think it is interesting. I mean, we don't need to be retold about Jyn Erso's story, but it'll be interesting to see how Luke and Leia would feel about it, or especially Leia, in my opinion, for this instant, being that she's by far one of the most prominent figures in the rebellion at that time, and
yeah, that's
like seeing the sacrifice made for the, also Luke seeing the sacrifices made for the Death Star,
yeah,
so he could blow it up.
And the fact that this planet is basically a place for the Jedi. And to see how the Death Star destroyed something so close to his what he's trying to find before Episode 5 is amazing. I think this run of comics is going to be great. And they are also releasing, I think right after or a little bit before The Last Jedi, they're going to release a comic of Luke and Leia during the rebellion finding Crate, which will be awesome.
That is interesting. Learning more about Crate in general, because Crate looks like it's going to be a really interesting planet to explore. The new movie, for sure.
Yeah, it started, if you read Leia, Princess of Alderaan, that's where her father actually has a rebel cell.
Ah.
Yeah, she stumbles upon it.
Do you go to Crate at all?
Yeah, she does. She does go to Crate. Huh. She has to follow some lead that she's following. And her and Laura Dern's character from The Last Jedi stumble upon it, and Bail is furious. Again, Claudia Gray kills it with Princess Leia, Princess of Alderaan. Bowser, I would definitely suggest you read it.
Recommend. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I really should catch up on Star Wars books for sure.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming out.
The new wave. First of all, I still need to read Inferno Squad.
Oh gosh,
I
man!
Really need to read that.
That is like in my top 5.
A certain point of view. I also really want to read.
Yes,
that looks super fun.
That's also in my top 5. I have a lot of good books. The canon books that they have been releasing lately have been on point, like really on point. So, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and go into canon versus legends. This is our topic that we talk about a subject from the point of view of a canon person, kind of like myself. And replacing Darth Poulos is Mr. Bowserton himself. Bowser, what are we going to debate today?
Well, it's going to be the Mandalorians mostly, because I think they were severely misused in Rebels so far, and canon in general. Mm-hmm. And I got to defend Legends here.
Yeah, I'm not a big Mandalorian guy, to be honest, but I did like the fact that originally Boba Fett was the last Mandalorian. That made him more distinct than any other bounty hunter in the galaxy, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure, because I hate that they ridiculed basically Boba being Mando and Jango being that Jango and Boba are the original Mandalorians and that we see.
Yeah.
Being like through the movies, like Boba's the only reason there is Mandalorians.
That's for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And the way I thought George did the whole they're guys, there's a peaceful side, and then they have their old fighting side. It didn't. I think if they would have used them the right way, they would have been a huge help to the Separatists, and it would have given the Jedi more cause to fight harder in the Clone Wars, in my opinion.
Not to mention, Legends, like, the thing I will give canon and Rebels here is that, like, they bring back the Mandalorian Wars. It's just way more vague.
Yeah, they don't really go into it.
Happened.
Yeah.
And the Mandalorians aren't as interesting in this universe. So.
No, they aren't. It's just like, it's cut to the point. You pretty much know what you need to know, and then you move off.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, a big part of the Mandalorian Wars is actually, like, Revan. Like, the Republic side of the Mandalorian Wars is just as important to the Mandalorians as the fucking Mandalorian side of the war.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not a big Mandalorian guy, but I totally agree that they were misused. That is 100% true.
Yeah, no doubt, and, I mean, I'll still give them the benefit of the doubt of getting better later on, hopefully. But
yeah.
So far, Rebels has not been doing a good job, especially.
I think what the Mando should have been Death Watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. The peaceful Mandos could have been the ones revolting, while Death Watch could have been the ones who were
in power,
trying to hold their way of order, I guess, which is basically just war and fighting and yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. I think I'm going to have to agree with the Legends version of the Mandalorians. I don't do this much often. I'm more of a canon guy, so it's kind of a weird thing to go off of. Now let's get into the Last Jedi trailer, 45-second tease, TV spot, whatever you want to call it. Bowser, you got a chance to look at it. What was your takeaway from it?
I thought it was, like, we didn't see much. I thought it was cool. I mean, we get to see Luke go into the Falcon, which is...
It's kind
really
of an eye-opening... Yeah, it's kind of an eye-opening, like, oh, wow, no way? Like, is there a chance he's going to pilot it? Like, it's weird.
Or use the gun. Use the guns as well, being that that's what he did in...
A New Hope.
Yeah, A New Hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah, we don't really get to see much from it, but it's still a really cool shot, and I'm really hyped for the movie, being that the trailer was amazing for it.
Yeah, a few things that I took away from it is that you got to see a new glimpse of Snoke. Well, like a very small glimpse of Snoke, but he looks pretty intimidating. Also, you hear a little bit of more of his dialogue, which I think you really, really need to sell in this marketing campaign, because he was a missed character in The Force Awakens. I will say that. He was a missed opportunity, and I think they could have used him more. Why they didn't?
The problem is, like, I hope they're not revealing too much before the movie's out, because they've withheld so much information, which I've liked.
Yeah.
Except now they're, like, throwing it all out. Like, there's, like, here's the trailer, here's the international trailer, here's the TV spot. And
well, I mean, you've only seen, like, a few things from Snoke. It's not, like,
a
plot revealing to me, except for maybe that one where he's holding out his hand and he's messing with Rey.
Fulfill your destiny.
Yeah, but it's like, he's still pretty much an unknown character.
Yeah, we don't know much about him at all yet. We don't know his motivations, really. We just know he's there.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we know, is that he's there. And he was the one that manipulated Kylo Ren. That's pretty much it. That's all we know. I mean, in the last shot of Rey with her lightsaber was pretty awesome in the rain.
That was a pretty cool shot.
I really want to see, like, the rain hit the lightsaber and do, like, the steam off of it, like how they did in when Anakin and Asajj Ventress were fighting on Yavin 4.
I mean, that's very specific, but yeah, it'd be a cool shot.
Dude, it would. It would be sweet. I'd get like a shit and a giggle out of that. I can tell you that right now. It would be cool. You'd be hearing me. He'll go, yee, that's so But yeah, and I mean, you see some more shots with the Falcon. It looks like the Falcon's doing a lot in this movie.
Which is good, because for Han Solo, for Solo, the movie, the Falcon's one of my most hyped parts for that movie as well, and I'm glad that Falcon's getting appreciated, especially since Forces of Destiny was like, well, we're gonna have to make you say the Ghost is better than the Falcon, which is not true.
That's
not true.
That's why I did not want to mention that in this video, because I'm not a big fan of Forces of Destiny. Let's just get that out of the way. And the fact that Hera made Han say that the Ghost was better than the Falcon was absolutely, it's just outrageous. It's preposterous.
Forces of Destiny is not a good show. Let's move on.
yeah. Back to the trailer. I mean, I think you saw some little bit of stuff like that. Can we talk about the Porgs? What's your opinion about the Porgs?
I hate them.
Do you really? You hate them?
I hope Chewbacca eats one.
You know, this is what's going to happen. This is what I think is going to happen. He's going to eat one and then spit it out.
I think he's going to eat one and it's not going to come out and all the kids will cry and leave.
Gosh, Bowser, this is
I'm sorry.
Oh, my lord, man. And this is the type of stuff that you'll hear in Fresh Poodoo community while we're playing Star Wars. You'll hear Bowser randomly, oh, I don't like porgs, I think they should be eaten and kids will scream and blood and rah. He's just that type of character.
Man, I'm just saying, the porgs, man, they're impressing everybody else. They haven't impressed me.
Yeah, everybody thinks that they're gonna be the next Ewoks, but
they kind of are the new Ewoks.
Yeah.
Are, dude. Oh my god.
Well, they're not gonna single-handedly take down the First Order.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna use like, yes they are, dude. You just wait and see.
Oh
Snoke's
Lord.
Snoke's gonna go, and he's like, I can't fight this.
Oh gosh. And then Nine shows up, and he's able to kill them all.
No,
he finds out the secret.
Kill him.
Oh man, this has gone off the rails. Guys, I think we're gonna call it a day. You can find me on all social media. You can follow, or you can join the Sith Council Videos group on Facebook. Find us, type it in, Sith Council Videos, just like you do on YouTube. Become a member. Let's grow our community. You can also go to Fresh Poodoo Community on PS4. You can find myself and Darth Bowser Bowserton on PS4, gaming it up, playing with Katana Omega, Grief every once in a while, Rambo, High Elf, and it's just a fun time when we play and talk Star Wars. Bowser, what else do you have to say?
Oh, not much. If you guys want to play, then just PlayStation 4, Fresh Poodoo.
Yeah, man. That's how we roll. We're the dark side of the Force. That's for sure.
Yeah. No Rebel scum.
No Rebel scum. We, Alderaan deserved it. That is for sure. Alderaan deserved it. That's going to be all for us, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a like, subscribe, share with anybody. If you're a Star Wars fan and you want other Star Wars fans to see these videos, share it, like, subscribe, leave a comment, like if you liked it or if you need something for me to change, or if you like the fact that Bowser was actually on a video, comment. I would like to take the time to thank Darth Bowser Bowserton for being on the show. It was a great honor, and hopefully next week you can join Darth Poulos and I for a Sith Council, fresh Vaders Fist.
Yeah, no problem, man. It was a lot of fun, and I will try. You guys are there, and Jedi was a mining accident.
Yes, sir. And with that, may the Force be with you, always.